A one, a two, a one, two, three. Greetings, people of the internet. This is Purple Rabbit speaking, and I'm here on Diablo 4 open beta, and had three suggestions I wanted to give you, or three sort of mini guides or things to prepare you for when the game comes out, so you're more efficient. That you might, if you haven't played and you didn't know, etc., things that you should be sort of giving priorities to. So unfortunately, my character hardcore, which had finished the map and found all 28 altars of Lilith, just died. Um, but so the first thing is you get some bonuses from um, doing reputation in the world region, right? And this is account wide. So these sort of are convenient. And the way these works are you have to complete part of these things, right? So and renown. But so strongholds, waypoints, side quests, and areas discovered. Altars of Lilith. So if you discover the whole area, this is that icon, 77 out of 77. Uh, and the red icons, which aren't there anymore, but are strongholds that if you, I won't indicate them, if you fight there, you liberate them and they become settlements you can go to. Plus the waypoints. So there's 7 waypoints on this map, 3 strongholds, the quests doesn't matter too much, and the whole area to explore. So the things you want to focus on more on a map, aside from the main quest, I guess, if you want to do that. But if you're focusing on getting efficient on your way to 99, one thing you do want to do is get all the altars. Now there's 28 here. This map is not showing you all the locations. There are already a couple of guides. They might even change them for when the game comes out in June. That's not the point. The thing is the strategy, right? You want to get all the altars in a certain region because they are account wide and they give bonuses. And if you want your character to be at top when it gets to end game, you know, with all the gears, all the stats equalized on top, you want to do the altars. So the altars is definitely a way of exploring the regions you have to do. Um, Another thing we might want to check out is the aspects, but before we do that, I'll show you something about the dungeons. So the dungeons are the regional dungeons are marked here with these gates, right? And some of them have some aspects. And for example, and they are class specific. So if you complete this dungeon on the first time, it's going to give you unlock the aspect in your um, diary or something um, for a necromancer. And so it's basically a skill you can add to a yellow item or another one if you want to overwrite it um, to make a yellow item orange item. So a rare into a legendary. Some of them give generic skills that aren't class specific, so you can use them. But so I'll show you where you can find these. You can find these by pressing Y, which should be your achievement bar. Codex of Power. So you have a Codex of Power, and as you do these dungeons, you collect these aspects. And at the appropriate vendor, you can actually imprint them onto your weapons. Now, there's another way of doing this, so I'll show you, and it's the traditional way. The occultist, and he has a series of menus. So the first thing you want to do, if you're not going to use the aspects from your codex, is to extract one. Now, your basic skills, don't know, I want to extract this one. And you extract it, and now it's in your aspects tab. You have 4 tabs, right? We have it right there. Now, if I want to give it to, so let's see if we can put these. Yes, we can. So now these yellow rare boots should become these with the same stats plus the imprinted affix or special skill or rare skill. Okay? An item, let's say I want to give it to these trousers, and do something else. After swapping Wax Summon 6 times, gain Fortify. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier absorbing. Okay, let's put this one. So there's that way of doing it. Right, and now this has become a legendary item with that affix. You can basically go hunt around for a rare item that has better specific stats. So for example, this one actually does have better stats than the trousers I'm wearing because it has, well, intelligence is not rogue, but it does have +1 rank of poison trap and +2 willpower, which is wasted. But as you can see, I could, just that could probably give me a better turnout than this one. I can transform them into, you know, as we just did with the affix, and basically you're hunting around for a better weapon. The way legendary works is you've got a series of affixes that are class determined that you can see sort of in the dungeons, as I said. As you progress through the acts, I imagine there will be different ones popping around, so you're going to go and complete these dungeons so you have the aspects, so you can then just put them on any gear, yellow gear you want, which has the statistics you want, right? It's a way of being more able to have control of the affixes in general that your gear has. It's a bit random, it's not specific as usual for classes, so here I'm getting strength and all stats, although it had a rogue affix on it for a special skill. So strength, I don't know why it's there, but you can since you can extract the aspect and then put it on another item, you can find some gloves that have some better statistics at that level, etc. So another little note on this: people have been, and I have been as well, but farming around here, and this is irrelevant, but not so much, because so here there's a level 35 mob, and he tends to drop gear that is towards the 25, 20 spectrum, sometimes 35. So you can't use the one that are 35, and without the beta is over, so there's no point in discussing that. But this is telling you that as you, so the way the world is equalizing to your level, so all the mobs you find around are always your level. If you, now I'm level 25, so if you look at the dungeons, it says level 25, level 25, level 25, level 25. When you're level 24, they're all level 24, and so on, right? But it doesn't scale down, it only scales up. So for example, the world boss is level 25, and if you go there as level 12, well, that dude, the world boss, is not going to scale down for you. So things that are some bosses and some, I don't know, some areas and some, for example, up north there's a level 30 area. I think it's this one here. And the mobs there aren't going to scale down. So if you walk into it when you're younger, smaller, lower level, you're going to get ganked by the mobs, basically. So why is this relevant? Well, because as you go on, these items are going to, the you know the pool of items from the mobs that don't scale down is going to be better. So you're going to be getting better gear in Act 2 and Act 3 than in Act 1. At least not until you're level 99, I guess. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see. But you're better off zooming off into another region, and that is higher level as soon as you can, so you can get access to that pool of items, right? From what if, so let's say Act 2 is level 30 and above, well, all the pool of items there are going to be level 30 and above. As level 25 in Region 1, I am getting more or less level 15, level 20 items, even in terms of legendary. And that is why people would go hunt during the open beta here from this mob here, level 35 gear that could be from a higher level pool. I'm not sure if I said it right, if it made, I hope it made sense though, because the point is that you want to upgrade to the highest level area you possibly can when you can to get gear. Maybe you can go back down, but if you're finding it hard, but at least now you have the advantage of the gear, so yeah. So get all your altars of Lilith. They're very well worth it. Uh, get your gear from the higher parts of the map. Do the dungeons, especially. I mean, you can ignore everything else. You can ignore the quests, but the things you can't ignore for end game purposes are the dungeons with the aspects it gives you, and all the altars of Lilith because of all the bonuses it gives you. Is there another thing I wanted to say, or no? I think I did the aspects, I did the altars, I did the dungeons. I did want to talk about the trees for a while, so let's zoom out as much as we can. At level 25, you still haven't reached Tier 7, and Tier 7 is passives, mostly. The passives are these ones, so they're circular. The skills are squared so far. All the classes work more or less the same. You have this sort of Christmas tree going up. You're supposed to choose one out of each tire, and then I guess, improve it. So you can improve it with 2 runes accumulating, not more than 2. And you can keep doing this for each tire. I skipped out some. These are given to me by items, but I invested 3 points here, which increases my weapon damage. The point is, at least as you're leveling up, as far as you synergize the first 2 or 3 skills in your tree and then maximize them, putting all the points. It might be worth it. People are saying that you can skip these and sort of. I don't know at level 99. You probably have enough points to choose whichever you want. The point is, you still have only these 6 buttons that you can assign your skills to. So you can assign whatever you want, wherever you want. You can change them, but it's only still 6. So the skill tree is thought around this concept. Just wanted to show it a bit more, so it's because it looks very complicated the first time when you see it from far, but if you just look at one node, it starts being easier. And the way, so for example, let's look at Tier 1, which is rather simple. You've got the 5 skills which you can choose. It's rare that you might want to choose 2 of these. You just want one, which is usually your main skill, and it also recharges your resource. So anyways, you want to accumulate bonuses, etc. And as far as you make another skill very strong soon in tree, instead of I don't know, skipping ahead or spreading them out, you should find a viable build. I don't think this is the right place to talk about builds. There's probably better people to give you the build. What I was trying to give you is a general idea of how it works and how you can take advantage, be prepared for when the game comes out if you haven't had a chance to play around with it. It's not that complicated, and as far as you synergize, as I said, you should be fine. I'm going to leave you with this because I'm starting to ramble. This is Purple Rabbit out. Like, subscribe. Don't if you don't want to. What can I say? Have a nice day. Catch you around. Purple Rabbit out.